Tonight we're dealing with another situation where the official account of a Coloradan's death while in custody does not line up. So the press release from last month said that an inmate died at the Adams County Jail after deputies responded to an unknown medical emergency. It says emergency medical services responded, later pronounced deceased. Problem is, this is not close to describing what actually happened. We know what happened because investigative reporter Chris Vanderveen just got a hold of video. It reveals what law enforcement experts say is a very preventable mistake.
Hey, Roybal, look at me, buddy.
Yeah, he's having a psychotic episode.
Roybal, hey, buddy.
On the day before Christmas, deputies inside this jail have a decision to make.
Hey, buddy.
So where's the port?
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you sit down on the bunk?
Inside cell 34, a naked inmate with schizophrenia screams nonsensically.
We have it closed.
Yeah.
A body camera records everything.
Everybody's coming. Possible overdose? Something, I don't know, but he's foaming at the mouth.
He is Arthur Roybal.
Who is Arthur Roybal?
Arthur Roybal is my brother.
A younger brother?
My youngest brother.
Your youngest brother?
Yes.
Adam Hernandez spent years of his childhood protecting Arthur.
Oh man, Arthur was my sticker. We hung around. He followed me everywhere we went. He was my sidekick.
As Arthur aged, he changed, started talking to demons, literal to him, figurative to everyone else.
I think he was pretty sick.
Jail and prison cells followed for years, for decades.
He just couldn't get out of jail. There's no help for these people. They turn to drugs, they commit crimes, and it just is a continuous cycle.
Hey, good. Stay right there, buddy. Stay right there.
Which brings us back to the day Adam's brother's mental illness elicited a multi-deputy response.
Christmas Eve, we're getting ready to open up presents. My grandkids was getting ready to go put some money on his book so he could have a Christmas present. I get a text message from my sister saying, you need to go see what's going on with Arthur.
Yeah. Open 34.
What's going on with Arthur?
Are you okay with the public seeing that video?
I am.
Why?
They need to see what the Adams County Detention Center is doing to their prisoners.
For now, we'll quiet the video and show stills. There's a lot of screaming and grunting. They take him out of his cell, handcuff him, transfer him down some stairs, this to get him to the medical bay. All textbook examples of what to do, says Seth Stoughton.
I think part one is actually commendable.
Stoughton, a one-time cop-turned-law professor, testified during the trial of the officer now convicted of murdering George Floyd. He's an expert on the use of force.
And I think they handle it commendably, up until the point where they put him on the stretcher.
The stretcher, the gurney.
Face down.
Face down, strapped down, and handcuffed. A big mistake, says Stoughton.
Do they need to stop doing this ASAP?
Oh, God, yes. Yes, this never should have happened.
In 1995, the U.S. Department of Justice told law enforcement officers, as soon as the suspect is handcuffed, get him off his stomach. Why? To minimize the risk of sudden in-custody death.
Don't keep someone in the prone position for any prolonged length of time. It can be deadly.
Prone. Despite the warning, we found more than 130 deaths of handcuffed people held face down. Back to the video. Adams County deputies lead a face-down, strapped-down, and handcuffed Roybal down a hallway. They put a spit mask on him. And then one notices something is off. That's 5 minutes into this prone transfer. More minutes pass as they wait for paramedics at the medical bay. 10 minutes, 15, 16. Paramedics finally arrive. Let's go back to the stills. At this point, Arthur is no longer breathing.
Is this textbook what not to do?
It is exactly that.
Gary Rainey is a retired sheriff and teaches jails how to restrain people.
The likelihood is very significant that had they placed him on his back, raised him up, put the straps on to restrain and keep themselves safe, that we would not be having this conversation today and he would be alive.
I am thankful that you showed me the body cam.
Why?
To know that I need to fight for my brother. I couldn't imagine dying like that. It's got to be the scariest way to die. Face down, asking for help, handcuffed the entire time.
Adam Hernandez visits the remains of his brother often. He has yet to receive an explanation as to why his brother died.
What have they told you?
It's under investigation.
An autopsy remains unfinished, and the Adams County Sheriff declined our request for an interview.
I'm angry at the Sheriff's Department. I'm angry that they didn't help him.
16 minutes prone. One more death.
When I buried him, I said, I'm going to give you a home so you could have a place to stay. I wish that he had a chance to experience what we all experience every day. God's grace, His love, and I'll pray for him.
One more thing. Hernandez was never offered the chance to watch this video before we obtained it. We showed it to him. Adams County continues to tell him very little about how this went down. As for the deputies involved, all we know is that this is an internal investigation that has not yet begun. Why? Because the Sheriff's Department is also waiting on the results of the autopsy. Kyle?
Chris, we've seen a lot of really tough to watch videos of in-custody deaths from around the country in the last few months and years. In this one, though, you don't see officers acting maliciously. You hear people who sound genuinely concerned, but the result at the end of the day is somebody's dead.
And we see that over and over and over again in these prone restraint deaths, is that people don't know that the people below them are starting to have that inability to breathe. You can do everything right, but up until the moment you do something wrong, doesn't matter that what you did right.
Do we know if those Adams County jail deputies had been told, hey, for decades now, this is a bad practice, don't do this at the jail?
It's a great question. We asked the Adams County Sheriff's Department back in middle of January, do you have a policy when it comes to prone restraint? It's now February. We have yet to receive that policy if they have one.
Please keep us updated.
We will.
Thanks, Chris.